So let's make some pumpkin pies, okay? I have a quart of pumpkin pie filling. The only thing I have left to add to it are the eggs and the evaporated milk or cream. So here's my evaporated milk. I have no idea why it's this color. I don't know, maybe I water bath it too long, but we're gonna use it. The other thing you can use is you can use cream if you want. I do have a backup, but I really don't want to use it if I don't have to, okay? So the pumpkin pie mix, ooh, look at that, already has in it, oh my Lord, it has the cloves and the ginger and everything in it that it needs. The nutmeg, the cinnamon.
So in other words, it's all ready to go.
Yeah, got the sugar. The only thing it doesn't have are the eggs. So.
Stand by. She doesn't have all her stuff together again.
You know,
Wait, she's leaving again. It's okay. It'd be like a commercial break.
okay, so one of these should make 2 pies. However, I make deep dish pies just because I don't want just a little tiny sliver of pumpkin. I want a piece
You want
of
the
pumpkin.
honking
I want
stuff.
a piece of pumpkin pie. Okay, and so normally I make my pie crust. Actually, usually Glenn makes the pie crust. He does a really good job. But these were gifted to me. I was reading the ingredients, and yeah. So I have 4 of these. Yeah, I have 4 of these. I'm gonna use them. You know,
Just remember, folks, with all the stuff that we're buying, with all the chemicals in it, we're preserving ourselves.
Oh my gosh. Leave it to Glenn. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. So now I totally lost my train of thought. So I never want to put anybody down for using store-bought items. I use them when I have them because I'm not going to let them go to waste. You know, I already have these chemicals in my body. I'm not saying I enjoy putting them into my body, but you know, we've all been going along for so long.
You gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
Right. And so when somebody gifts me something, you better believe
Yep.
I'm going to use it. And I better not hear anybody have anything negative to say about it because you know what? Those were free. And
Right.
money is, anyway. So, anyway, there we go. So, this is going to make 2 pies. It may, for me, make a little bit less than 2 because like I said, I do deep dish pies. So, my pie filling consists of ginger. I got squash in the oven. Ginger, nutmeg. Let's see, ginger, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, and my sugar is already in here. So, all I have to do now is add. Oh my gosh, look at that, you guys! Is add my eggs and my cream. This almost looks like applesauce,
I was gonna say that.
but it's not.
Well, it smells totally different.
Yeah. And it says, let me make double sure. Pumpkin pie. I'm going to put my milk in here and I'm going to kind of sloshel it around. Yes, that's my own
You're
word.
gonna put your milk in there, what?
Sloshel it.
Sloshel it.
Yeah, around. Ooh,
We'll have to look that word up, sloshel it.
it's not there. Okay, mix it.
Hang on, she forgot stuff
I
again.
made a mess. Okay, so here we go. So I have 32 ounces of pumpkin pie filling. And I did smell it, it smelled fine. And I have my, ooh, I love that sound. I have my evaporated milk. Yep, it stinks. A lot of people like to use evaporated milk in their coffee and so on. I do not like it. I don't like the smell of it, but I do like it in baking. I'm going to hang on to this sucker and hope like heck it doesn't come off.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So I'm going to need 3 cups of evaporated milk in here. There's 3 cups, and I'm probably going to use a little bit of cream, and then I'm going to need 4 eggs. So last night, Glenn went and picked up eggs from my brother. 6 dozen fresh, farm fresh eggs.
Oh, she forgot something again.
He almost hit a deer. So we ended up with scrambled eggs. So these are what we salvaged. Okay, so I have 2, 4, I have 7 eggs in here, 2, 4. I'm gonna use all of them. It's not gonna hurt anything. I'm gonna use them all. Oh no, I should have only used 4. Crapola. Okay, well, my plan is to make 4 pumpkin pies, which would require 8 eggs. So I will add, shut up, I will add 1 more egg, 2, 4, 6.
Now we're just kind of guessing at the recipe.
No. It says on the recipe that I have.
Oh.
So this recipe.
So now
is
you
a
make
lot.
4 pies?
I'm making 4. I already told you I was making 4 pumpkin pies.
No, you said 2.
I know, but I'm making 4 total.
So now now you are.
Oh my gosh, and I need 1 more egg. See, I have to be honest with you guys. Glenn is the reason that sometimes always break your fresh eggs into a separate container to make sure that they are okay. Glenn is the reason for my
To keep her on track.
for my crazy. Okay, so now I'm gonna need 6 cups of the evaporated milk. Okay, so I'm gonna combine all this. If I will give you the recipe to do this from scratch.
Are these homemade pumpkins?
Yes.
Pumpkins that we grew, right?
Yes. Yes. I have some canned pumpkin downstairs, and I actually have some canned pumpkin that somebody gifted us. But because I had these, I wanted to show, what it's like to do your own.
Right, these are pumpkins grown in the garden.
Correct. Okay, so now.
They were pie pumpkins.
Pie pumpkins, yes. So, but you know what?
You can use a regular pie. We've done that before.
Yep, you can use whatever you have on hand. One of the things that I One of the things.
Oh, yeah.
No! This isn't going to my computer. That's okay. One of the things that I really want people to understand is that just because you don't have something specific doesn't mean that you can't use it. I don't know if that makes sense or not. So people grow pumpkins. Sometimes
Like jack-o'-lantern pumpkins.
Right. You can use those.
Absolutely.
You absolutely can use those. So I use what I have. I use what I have, and I use everything that I have. And I really am not going to let people. I used to let people make me feel bad. Where did my lens go? Oh, here. I used to let people make me feel bad for, using what I had or using something that was gifted to me. Well, you know what? In all honesty, I don't care anymore. I use what I have available. We are by no means, we are not rich.
No.
We're rich in many ways. But, money-wise, we're not rich.
Nope.
And we're like the majority of the population. And we use what we have available. And we use everything. Okay, so you're going to take your evaporated milk and you're just going to incorporate it into your pumpkin filling.
So let's be honest, this is going to taste different than the pie pumpkin filling.
Yes, it's going to taste different than if you
Because
were to
there's
buy
no
the canned.
preservatives, there's no
Right.
nothing in there.
Right. You're going to have a different color.
A different texture, everything.
Everything is going to be different, the consistency. But what I will tell you is the flavor intensity is going to be, once you do it this way, you'll be able to tell whether or not somebody made this totally from scratch or if they use canned pumpkin. And again, there is nothing wrong
Nope.
with using store-bought items. You use what you have, especially in today's society and the way our world is going and the increase in food. It's like we went from, so we do foster treatment care in our home. And 3 years ago, I could spend $150 a week on groceries. Pretty much your staples and then whatever I had, left over, I would can or whatever. Now, it's nothing for me to spend $300 to $400 a week. And it's really sad And so when I'm gifted this stuff, or when I can go to our little podunk warehouse store and I can get cheese for 25 cents a pound, you better believe that's exactly what I'm gonna do. If I can get canned pumpkin, you better believe that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I encourage everybody to do that. I do. At the rate that food prices are rising,
Right, but you could even take your pumpkins that they carve for jack-o'-lanterns and
yeah.
use those for pumpkin pies.
exactly. Just
You know,
because
let's
they say,
recycle it.
yeah, just because they say jack-o'-lantern pumpkins does not mean that that's what you have to use them for. You make it work. Always make it work. Your family comes first. Providing for them comes first. And I don't care what anybody has to say about me and what I do and what I use. And the fact that I rehome things, I don't care. It's about my family. It's about surviving. That's it, plain and simple. Okay, so I'm gonna get these pie crusts in my pie dish, and we're gonna get these pumpkins in the oven. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees, and then you're going to bake your pie for 15 minutes at that temperature. Then you're gonna take some tin foil, which I am never able to do, and you're gonna wrap it around your pie crust, and you're gonna bake it at 350 for 40 to 50 minutes, or until it's not jiggly or the knife comes out clean. So that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, so this is the store-bought pie crust. This is my grandma's rolling pin. It was, I don't know if that's 6 cents or 5 cents. I don't know, the price is on there. And I don't know how I got it. I'm pretty sure my mom probably gave it to me. But it's getting to the point where it's starting to crack. And so I want to get, ouch, hear that? I want to get a, one of the marble ones or the ceramic ones. What are they? Anyway, I'm going to roll this out quite a bit thinner because I have this deep dish pie plate, pie pan, whatever you want to call it. And not only that, I crinkle it. Not only that, I don't like a thick pie crust. In all honesty, I would be fine just to make the custard and put it in a muffin tin and eat it just like that. Okay, so we're gonna pull this up and we're gonna bring our pie plate over here and we're gonna roll it across. And then I will show you how to make a pie crust from scratch, but not right now. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And we're gonna bring them over just like this, pat it down in there. I do not grease the bottom of my pie plate. I've never had any problems with anything coming out. However, I do need to poke it. So I don't, if I go get something, I'm gonna be like, she's not ready. So I'm just, using what I can. Okay, so now we're gonna take our pumpkin and we are going to put it in our pie shell. And we are gonna fill it right to the rim. Look at that, my oven's ready. And for whatever reason, I don't know, I always have leftover pie filling. So I do take it and put it in a muffin tin and I bake it up and it's great. I have a question for you. So you all know the word, you've never heard me say the other word for tinfoil, because I can say it in my head, but I can't say it. And I'm sure you all know what it is I'm talking about. Does anybody else have that problem with saying the other word for tinfoil? Because I definitely do. And I can say things like cinnamon, no problem. But I can't say the other one. So we're just gonna trim this off, just like this. And we have a little less on something. Now keep this dough. One thing I remember from my grandma and my mom is we made cinnamon dough cookies, which is just taking your leftover dough and rolling it up, or balling it up and rolling it out and sprinkling it, or putting a little butter on there and sprinkling it with cinnamon and sugar. And I don't know, it just brings back some really cool memories. Okay, so there it is. If you want to get fancy, you know, you can do this. You all know, whoop, I'm not about fancy. I'm about edible. Again, if I was making this for somebody special, well, not that my family's not special, but if I was making this as a gift or if I was taking it somewhere, then I would put a little more detail into it. It's not that I can't do it, I just prefer not to. I cook for a lot of people and it takes a lot of time. Okay, so now this is going to go into the oven. Glenn's going to carry it over because I will spill it. There is absolutely no doubt that I will spill it. So he's going to turn the camera off. He's going to take it over. He's going to put it in the oven at 425 degrees for 15 minutes. And then we're going to put some tin foil around the edges. And we're going to bake it for another 40 to 50 minutes or until it's not jiggly. Okay? So I had a little bit of an accident. I moved the pie over and we tilted. But what I want to show you is that recipe made 2 deep dish pumpkin pies. And actually this one's not quite as full as this one, which is probably not a bad thing. But 1 quart of pumpkin pie filling will make probably 3 regular 9-inch pies. He's griping like already that, oh, it's so full. Welcome to my world, Glenn. You got this. Look at you.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Don't listen to Glenn, because Glenn doesn't.
wait a minute. What did Glenn say?
That
Anything?
you overfilled it. But it's okay.
Glenn, those words never came out of your mouth.
Yep, they
Oops,
did.
there's a piece of crust in the bottom. No, they did not.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Kind of got that kind of full.
Yeah. Okay.
You got
All
something to wipe this up with?
It's called a paper towel. Okay, so there they are. 15 minutes. I'm going to cut out some tin foil. Glenn's going to clean up his mess.
From Carrie.
Poor little Sookie will be cleaning the oven. She does an awesome job. Oh my gosh, Glenn. You're making a bigger mess than what you started out with.
Well, if you can do a better job, by all means.
Probably. Okay, so here we have our apple pie filling. I know right off the bat, this is not going to be a pie with firm apples in it. And it's because I got the wrong apples and I didn't realize it until after I was canning up the pie filling. But it will still taste good. It's not a mistake. It's a different texture. Keep in mind, you guys, there are no mistakes. There are lessons learned, and you can always make something work in the long run. Even if you have a jar that doesn't seal, you can still stick it in the freezer or in the refrigerator and use it later. Are you recording right now?
Here, what did you say? She hollered about Glenn. Look at what Terry did. Terry did this. Terry, what do you got to say? Did you overfill him, Terry? Terry?
You're annoying me.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Hey,
you are.
Is this your last nerve?
Okay, we're gonna put tinfoil around all these, and then I gotta clean up my mess. I can't believe this. I never have this problem. It's Glenn's fault.
All the time.
You're gonna need about 3 or 4 of these for each pie. And here are our pumpkin pies, nice and firm, all ready to go. I cannot wait to eat these. Okay, so we're gonna get the rest of our pies going, and we're gonna make the pie crust first. I have cherry and apple left to make. Okay, so to my food processor, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2.5 cups of flour. You can use any kind of flour you want. 16 tablespoons of cold cubed butter, and half a cup of cold water, and I don't remember how much salt. We're gonna put the dry ingredients in here first, and then we'll add the other stuff. So 2.5 cups, and it is a half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, half a teaspoon of salt. So then we're gonna mix the dry ingredients, and then we're gonna add the rest of the stuff, and we're gonna pulse it. Well, I'll show you. All right, now we're gonna add our 16 tablespoons of cold cubed butter, and we are gonna pulse that 10 times with 1 second intervals. Okay, so I'll get this on in just a second here. There we go, I figured it out.
Hey!
Shush. Okay, so and this is what you should have. Okay? Now we're going to add our ice water. Yep. First we're going to pick this up off the floor. And, oh nuts, I broke it. Oh man. Okay. This is a Christmas present from my mom. Dang it. Okay. I'm going to apologize about this. Whatever. See what broke. Okay, that'll go. And we're going to do the same with the water. We're going to pulse it 10 times in with 1 second intervals. And this, okay, this is what you're going to come up with. You want it to stick together. So we're going to take half of this and we're going to put it in a tea towel. I have kind of big. Anyway, I got this recipe off from Reels. I did tweak it just a little tiny bit, not too much, but I just really appreciate all the ideas that I get. This is going to make 2 pie crusts, and so what you're going to do, she called it, I don't remember what she called it, but anyway, you're going to pack it in there, twist it up, and there is your pie crust dough, ready to go. Put it in the, I don't have to redo it, but my hand isn't working real good, so I got to get somebody that's got some stronger hands. So once you get this all done, you're going to put it in the fridge, let it set for about half hour, and then you're going to be able to use it. All right, we are going to make our cherry pie filling. I thought I had cherry pie filling, but I don't. I have the pitted cherries though. So we did the cherries, we pitted them, and we canned them, which if you can them, you do them for 20 minutes. Same with the pie filling. If you're going to can the pie filling, it's going to be 20 minutes. I love to hear that pink because I know I have a good seal. But you're still going to want to smell everything. These don't have any sugar in them. It's just the plain Jane. So I need 4.5 cups of cherries. You're supposed to add water. If you're using fresh cherries, you're supposed to add water to it. And that will help to release release the hounds. Release the juices from the cherries. Now, this right here, it's 4 cups, including the juice. It's not 4 cups of cherries. It's about 2 cups of cherries plus the juice. So I'm using this, and that's 1 quart. And then I'm going to use another quart. This should be enough for 2 pies, 2 small pies. I used all my deep dish for pumpkin pies. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on the stove, and I'm going to heat it up and get it nice and hot. And then I'm going to add my sugar. Boy, that's a lot of juice. I'm going to think about this. I might take some of that juice off and do something with it. Maybe I will just have it. Maybe we'll just have it. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to heat this up. Then I'm going to make a slurry. Now, if you're not going to can it, you can use cornstarch. If you're going to can it, cornstarch tends to clump. I use clear gel. I'll show you a picture of it here in a little bit. You can find it on Amazon, or I don't know if Walmart carries it or not. So once this gets hot, we're going to have a slurry. We're gonna put that in here. We're gonna put our lemon juice in. We're gonna put sugar in, and some, this one called for salt. No, just the cherries, water, sugar, lemon juice. Okay, so I'm gonna go heat this up and then I'll come back when it's ready to add everything else. Okay, so I did end up taking some of the cherry juice off, quite a bit of the cherry juice off. And this is what happens, you know, when you can stuff. If I'd made it, you know, fresh from the get-go, I would have just had the cherries and a little bit of the water. But when you can things, you need, you know, to have, you need to have some water in there. I guess you don't have to, but I like to have a little bit of that cherry juice in there. So anyway, I did take some off. Ooh, that would be nice in a cup of tea. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna put my sugar in. Mix that around. You can put a little bit more, you can put a little bit less. I'm gonna see here. It's perfect. And then, how much? A tablespoon of lemon juice. I do not have fresh lemon juice. Okay, that in there. All right. Ooh. Can you smell it? Can you smell it? It smells so good. All right. So now I have my slurry that I made. It's gonna be tricky. So
You want me to do something?
I think I got it. I'm gonna slowly pour this in, and I'm gonna stir it as I'm pouring. It's not gonna take long, and it's really gonna start to thicken up quick. Because I have it in cast iron, that holds the heat quite well. So I'm gonna let this be in here for a little bit, and if I need to put it back on the stove, I will. But for right now, I'm just gonna let it sit like this, put the lid on it, and then come back and see what I need to do. Okay, so here it is. This is the consistency. I tasted it. It's good. So I'm going to put this aside, and I probably should put it in a bowl because it needs to cool in cast iron. Oh, it's not too bad. I'm going to put this aside, let it cool, and we're going to get started on rolling out our pie crust. And actually, Ron's probably going to have to do that because I can't. All right, now it's time to get our pie pans ready. Here's our pie crust. The bugger is hard as a rock. So, we're going to let it sit here for, well, maybe not. I don't know. I think it needs to warm up a little bit because I've done this before and it's worked out just fine. But I think it needs to warm up a little bit. So we're going to let it warm up a little bit and then we're going to roll it out. We're going to use the larger piece for the bottom crust so that it can drape over the side really well. And then we're going to use the smaller piece for our top crust. Okay, Glenn got started before I gave him permission. Sorry, I said that out loud. Doing a good job. So you want to, when you get ready to roll this out, you want to let it warm up. That's the small one. So that one's got to go on the top. And perfection is not what you're looking for. Edibility. Is that a new word? Edibility? Look at how nice that is. Glenn didn't wear an apron. I don't need to wear an apron because I stay clean. Okay, so he's gonna roll it up. I'm gonna put the pie plate under and then roll it back down. And then you're gonna gently, huh? Oh, we can fix holes. If you do get a rip in it, that's okay, because just take a little water on your finger and you can fix it. It's like glue. What? What'd you do there? Did I do that?
You, it's your side.
No, that's not my side.
How's that?
Beautiful. Now we're gonna fill that sucker with our cherry pie filling. So I would like you to see, I have no...
She has like 5,000 shirts like that, so if she gets dirty, she changes.
No, I don't. It's a one of a kind. Right. So, we're gonna put our pie filling in it, and we're gonna fill her up. Because this is going to, it's gonna spill over. It doesn't matter what you do. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's gonna spill over. Because they always do. It don't matter. It don't matter to me.
I think I make 2 pies.
Huh?
That's not making 2 pies.
No, but I'm keeping some leftover to make to can.
Oh, gotcha.
cherry pie. Okay, so there it is. I'm gonna let this cool down a little bit before Glenn rolls out the rest of the pie crust to put on the top. And then, like I said, we're gonna can some of this. Okay, he's annihilating the dough. Actually, he's kind of incorporating. You don't wanna work it too much. It'll be tough. Work it, work it. Too much. This is the top for the cherry pie. Yeah, it does need to warm up, so I'm glad that I didn't put it back in the food processor and add water to it. So we're gonna get this rolled out. So, I'm cheating, you know why? Because I have them. I can make homemade crusts, I have no problem with it. But I have this. Do not come at me, because you know what? This is all that some people have. This is what they have. And I will not belittle anybody for using what they have available. If you have a comment just about, chemicals, all the nasty, we all know that. We all know that. And we don't need to be reminded. But we do what we can for our family, and that's it. So don't you dare say something negative about, because it's not, I don't care what you say, because I don't care. But you know what? There are others out there who this is what they have. When I do use these, I don't like a thick crust, so I will make them a little bit thinner, a lot thinner actually. And I still do the roly-poly. Roll it right over there. And there we go. Okay,
A wrinkle.
just there. I'm not done. Give me a second to get my wrinkles out. Maybe I want that wrinkle in there.
No,
No, I
no.
don't. I don't want the wrinkle in there.
Yep.
I don't. It takes me half hour just to make the dang bed.
No,
Because I
that's a
can't
little
handle-
underestimation.
No, it's not. Okay, so here we have apple pie filling. I believe that this is in the files. So, and there's also a video on how to do it. Again, I use the clear gel. Oops. What the heck is that? And this is the apple pie filling. So this is all ready to go. Stop it! Hey! Stop squealing out there! Thank you. This is apple pie filling, so it's ready to go. I do have sliced apples in my pantry that
Dun, 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 dun,
I can make.
Oh, you got your stuff. Good.
Thanksgiving. I am thankful for that. That's a little juicy. Could be good. Maybe not. It's okay. You just made a slurping sound. I kind of didn't like. Again, I'm gonna fill this sucker, and it's gonna leak. I don't know. It's gonna taste good. The apples that I use are, I can't remember.
Aren't these the ones we picked?
Yeah, these are the ones we picked, but I can't remember what they were. They said they were pie apples.
Didn't it start with a C?
Portland?
Cortland, I think. Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna taste it. Yes, I have a big mouth. And I don't even care. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside. The jars aside. It was so nice to have those all made and ready to go. And all I gotta do is dump it in there.
Careful, it might be.
Huh?
Oh, you need to check that.
Why did she turn it off?
Use the. I don't see it steaming. Water in there? A lot?
Are they covered? So what do you guys call them? Do you call them giblets, or something else? I've always called them giblets.
The inside of a turkey.
Okay, well,
Turkey parts.
that could be, I mean, yes. Oh, I got to roll. And here we go. That right on top. There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I have to find a video that I saved about making the pretty fluted thing around the side, because honestly, this is what mine looks like. But you know what? I might leave it like that, because yeah, I might. I'll see. Maybe it's like after I get this done that is the other piece. All right, so when I am done doing this, I'm going to cut some little slits in there to give it some air. That's a lot. That's okay. Okay. I'm gonna put that all the way around. Oh, I think I remember how to do it now. Hang on, we'll see. But I think you need 2 hands, of which I do not have. So you put your hand like this. Yes, I do remember. Look at that. Oh. Okay. Well, wait, let's see. Like this. Like this. We just use 2 fingers. That looks pretty fluty, doesn't it?
It does. You're doing a good job. Look at you go.
If any of you, whoever knows me, you all know that I am not like an artsy, decorative person. I was asked to drop art class when I was in high school. And you know what? That's okay. At the time, that art teacher didn't make me feel very good. And I was always struggling with a lot of stuff. But it's not what defined me. Look!
Nice.
Okay, so I have to look and see how long. Oh.
Sorry, folks. He hasn't got all the materials ready.
I wish. There are times that I wish. You wish. You know, somebody said that Glenn and I need to write, like, it's not even like a marriage relationship book. It wouldn't be very long because it's, I don't know how to explain it. You know, we make each other laugh every day. Every day. Even if we have to make that person angry to get them to laugh. We laugh every day. And we make sure that we say I love you all the time. We play, we dance, we kiss, we hug, we respect each other. We have a date day every single week. We have not missed a date day in, I don't know when.
No, long time.
Doesn't mean that we get along 100% of the time. Who does? But I can say there are only 2 times in 25 years, almost 25 years, that we have ever fought. And we both felt horrible afterwards. It's about respect, understanding, acceptance, having fun, dating. Dating shouldn't stop after you get married. It needs to continue.
Marriage is work.
It is work. It is.
Just because you signed that marriage life doesn't mean it's
Right.
over.
It is hard work. It is hard work. And then you plug kids into it. Oh, let me tell you what. But we have always put each other first. Always. And when you see these videos and you see us being silly and you see me singing just out of the blue, you know, I have ADHD really super bad.
Yippers.
And
Yippers.
the thing about it is, Glenn accepts that. He knows. He knows what I need when I'm like all over the place, when I don't know what I need. So, marriage relationship book, maybe a pamphlet, maybe a little blurb. But just understand, when you get married, it's work. It is hard work. It is acceptance, understanding, even when you don't understand. It is working together, laughing together, playing together, and putting your kids second to your relationship. Because if your relationship isn't good, the relationship you have with your kids isn't going to be good.
Eventually your kids are going to move out.
Right, and then you're stuck with each other. So you better get it together
No.
before your kids move out.
Right.
So there it is, my relationship advice. There's my book, my pen. So anyway, here it is. This is gonna go in the oven at 350 degrees until I don't know how long, until this is nice and golden brown. And it's gonna leak, so put it on some tin foil on a cookie sheet, because it's gonna leak. Okay, this is the one that was done with the refrigerator one, and that's the one that's homemade. I can already tell you which one I like best. Okay, so our pumpkin pie, both pumpkin pies, our cherry pie, we have not cut into yet, and our apple pie. Everything that I made these with came from our pantry, from Water Bath Canning, except the crust, of course. So this saved me so much time, so much time. And you just need to do it. It's not that hard once you get past the not being confident. After that, it's a breeze. All right, Glenn is the official taster. Okay, who's winning, Glenn?
Oh, yeah.
Is it good?
It's delicious.
So what makes it, do you think it's the fact that the cherries, we did our own cherries, it's
Well, very
canned our own
cherry.
stuff?
I mean, you can really taste the cherries, but the crust is great too.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not a crust maker, so that's a compliment.
Oh, it's good.
Okay, all right, there you have it. The apple one with that, the store-bought one we use, it's definitely different. But like I said, you use what you have, and I'm sure it's gonna taste just as good. Okay, so here are our pumpkin pies that we made the other day. These are made from our own pumpkins. This is, I had canned the pumpkin pie filling. So this was not just the pumpkin, but it had all the spices in it. It had everything in it except for the eggs and the milk. So you can see it cuts a little bit differently. The kids are watching Beauty and the Beast. That's what that noise is. All right. Why don't you go pause that so I can come on? Okay. Let's see. What? A little wobbly. Smells good though. This is for mine. I'm gonna take a little smattering taste here, just to see. Yep, that's a good pumpkin pie. Okay, now we have the cherry pie. This is Glenn's favorite pie, is cherry. So keep our fingers crossed that it worked. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Okay, so this pie crust is, this is a different recipe for me, and I'm kind of liking it. It's nice and flaky so far. What'd you say, Suki? Oh, it's
Like a pastry.
yeah, kinda. It's still warm. It's gonna be a little juicy. Sorry.
It'll be good.
Oh, it looks good. All right, Glenn. Put that sucker over here. Oh, it's not too slurpy, is it? Ooh, ooh. All right, give it a try.